Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. As we read the book of Numbers, we find the people not only rebelling against Moses and Aaron and against the Lord, but we also see them grumbling and just complaining a lot. In chapter 20, we see them complaining about not having enough water. And this actually leads to Moses and Aaron becoming very angry and striking the rock and really losing all hope of entering into the land and leading the people into the promised land. And then in chapter 21, we see them complaining about food. They say, all we have is this miserable food. That wonderful, miraculous food that they had been receiving, the manna, they called it miserable food. And as a result, the Lord sent these serpents, these venomous serpents, to come and strike them. And this becomes somewhat of a theme in the book of Numbers and really the whole wilderness wanderings. The people just complaining, grumbling, and grumbling. And this should serve as a warning for us. It's very easy for us to get into a mindset of grumbling. Maybe especially with everything that has been going on in 2020 and then continuing on in 2021. It'd be very easy for us to get into just a negative state of mind and to forget all the wonderful things that the Lord has done for us and to just focus on the bad things that are happening. And instead of humbling ourselves before the Lord and bringing these things to the Lord, we just get in this state of grumpiness. And this is something that, as we see in the book of Numbers, is very displeasing to the Lord. We don't want to be grumblers as they were. Even Paul, the Apostle Paul, warned us against this. In 1 Corinthians chapter 10, you have kind of a recap of what happened with the people in the wilderness wanderings. And tagged along with that is a lot of warnings that Paul gives to say that, hey, the things that happened to these people were as an example, so that we won't follow after their bad example. And in verse 10, he says that we should not grumble, as some of them did and were destroyed by the destroyer. We should not grumble against the Lord or, just get in this negative mindset, but we should just really have a life of contentment. And that is really the solution to grumbling and complaining, just contentment. Paul, again, had learned the secret of a life of contentment. He said in Philippians chapter 4, in verse 11, he says, "Not that I speak for want, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am." And that's definitely true. Paul spent time in prison. He spent time being shipwrecked. He spent time in the good times, the bad times, having a lot, having plenty, not having anything. And he said, you know what, I just learned to be content because I know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can make it through the good times with Christ. I can make it through the bad times with Christ. So I'm just content. Whatever circumstance I am, Christ is holding me up. He's strengthening me, and I'm okay. And that seems to be the solution to grumbling. Instead of complaining and being down in the mouth and just kind of moping about, really we should be blessing the Lord, praising the Lord, thanking the Lord, and knowing that He will supply us the strength that we need to get through any hard time that we might be dealing with. And that doesn't mean that we don't, feel the pains of life, and it doesn't mean that things aren't difficult and hard, and that we don't recognize the fact that things are difficult and hard. It's not that we become disconnected from reality, but just the fact that we just lean to the Lord, and instead of complaining to the Lord, put our trust in the Lord. Bring these things in prayer to Him, cast all of our anxiety on Him, for He cares for us, as the Apostle Peter said, and just bring it to the Lord. Bring it all to the Lord, and recognize that all things come from His hand. He is in control of all things, and that we can trust Him, that He'll lead all things into good for those who love Him. So let's make that our intent today. Especially as we do our reading and we get this negative example of how to deal with bad circumstances, and to be encouraged to respond in a better way, and to respond with contentment and also trust in the Lord, leaning on the Lord, and drawing strength from the Lord. So that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.